US proposed the ban on smart cars with Chinese and Russian tech. US Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. CNN. The U.S. Commerce Department on Monday will propose a ban on the sale or import of smart vehicles that use the specific Chinese or Russian technology because of the national security concerns, according to the U.S. officials. A U.S. government investigation that began in February found a range of national security risks from embedded software and hardware from China and Russia in US vehicles, including the possibility of remote sabotage by hacking and the collection of personal data on drivers. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo told reporters Sunday in a conference call. In extreme situations, a foreign adversary could shut down or take control of all their vehicles operating in the United States, or at the same time causing crashes or blocking roads, she said. The rule would not apply for the rule would not apply to cars already on the road in the US that already have Chinese software installed. A senior administration official told CNN the software ban would take effect for vehicles for model year 2027 and the hardware ban for model year 2030, according to the Commerce Department. The proposed regulatory action is part of the much broader struggle between the United States and China, the world's two biggest economies, to secure the supply chains of the key compute technology of the future, from semiconductors to AI software. China, in particular, has invested heavily in the connected car market, and the inroads made by Chinese manufacturers in Europe have worried US officials. The Chinese government has its own concerns about the data gathered by Tesla vehicles, and some Chinese government authorities have barred the vehicles from entering their compound, CNN has previously reported. The Commerce Department proposed rule is on connected vehicles, a broad term for virtually any modern car, bus, or truck that use the network connections for roadside assistance, satellite communications, or the range of other features. It covers hardware and software that interact with key technology that allows the vehicle to communicate with the outside world, such as Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and cellular technology. There will be a 30-day public comment period on the proposed rule, and the Commerce Department aims to issue a final regulation before the end of the Biden administration. A senior administration official told the reporters on Monday the Biden administration will also release the economic analysis of the affected cost for automakers and consumers to comply with the proposed rule, the official said. Raimondo said Monday's announcement was not a protectionist move, a charge made by the Chinese critics. This is not about trade or economic advantage, Raimondo said. This is a strictly national security action. If China or Russia, for example, could collect data on where the driver lives or what school their kids go to, where their doctors is, that would leave that American vulnerable, she said. US officials are concerned that electric charging stations and other infrastructure outfitted with certain hardware or software could be exploited by hackers with ties to China, Russia, or other foreign powers. We've already seen ample evidence of the PRC pre-positioning malware on our critical infrastructure for the purpose of disruption and sabotage, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told the reporters on the conference call, using an acronym for the Chinese government. if millions of more smart cars with vulnerable Chinese-made tech are on U.S. roads, the risk of disruption and sabotage increased dramatically, he said. The Chinese government has denied the U.S. allegations that its hackers have embedded in U.S. infrastructure. China opposes the U.S. broadening of the concept of national security and discriminatory actions taken against Chinese companies and products, said Lin Jian, spokesman for China's foreign ministry in a statement. We argue the U.S. side to respect market principles and provide an open, fair, transparent, and non-discriminatory business environment for Chinese enterprises. It's a latest example of the Commerce Department's attempting to use its broad regulatory authority to shield U.S. consumers from foreign-made software that is deemed a national security threat. In June, the department banned the sale and the provision of certain products and services made by Russian cybersecurity firm Kaspersky Lab, whose antivirus software is used by hundreds of millions of people around the world. CNN's Sean Lyngaas contributed to this report.